Short and sweet, William. I love you. Man, a few words. And he's got to get through Big Rami. Where's Big Rami? Big Rami, I got to say, bro, I saw you at the check-ins yesterday, and I got to say, you look big.
Yes, for sure. I'm from Paris, and thank you for coming and support this game. And I heard Mr. Dix. He said Mr. Phil is Mr. Olympia 7 years for a reason, and that's right. I think the reason I'm not coming 100% yet, but tomorrow we will see something different. Something different. That's it. Rome is winning tomorrow. That's it.
Big Rami says he's bringing something different, Phil. What do you think?
Sounds like what he said last year. Were you guys here last year? Last year, he said, I'm going to show you guys something you have never seen before. I promise. So, once again, talk is cheap.
Yeah.
Okay? I know you guys want to hear me talk a lot of trash and this and that, but talk is cheap. Okay? So he can say whatever he wants. It doesn't matter to me. It may matter to you, but I guarantee you it's not going to come to fruition. I work hard too. I've improved too. And that's it. I don't have to talk bad about anybody to make myself feel good. I don't have to stand up and say, I'm 7-time. I got Sandals at my house that let me know that. So at the end of the day, it's all about me chasing history. No disrespect to anyone on this stage, but that's what is here. That's why I'm here. I'm not here for anyone else on this stage, but they are here for me. And that's the difference with the mindset. That's the difference. That's why you guys bought the tickets. You bought the tickets to see history be made, whether it happens or not. But it's going to happen.
Phil, you're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, you're not garbage.
Well, we have somebody here from England who is no longer a rookie. This is his second year at the Olympia this year. Also very vocal when it comes to, a third year, I'm sorry. Very vocal when it comes to moving up in ranks. And like some people say, they're very hard to understand because it's a British accent. It's from, I don't know, what, Manchester? Where is it from? Liverpool? Oh, Liverpool. This is where Darren Till is from. Okay. So, you've been very vocal. You've been telling people, are you here for Phil?
Of course I'm here for Phil, you know. Like everyone said, he's 7-time champion for a reason. But, you know, if someone's reel's got to come to an end sooner or later. Phil said people have bought tickets to see Phil win, to be legendary. I think you guys have bought tickets to see him be dethroned. You know, that's just the way it is. That's the way I predict it, and I think things are going to change.
Are you going to be the one that's going to change it?
If it's not me this year, then next year you won't be getting that number 9, that's for sure.
All right, luckily I've got Dexter here to interpret. What do you say, Dex? I don't know what the hell he said. Dexter's from a different part of England, clearly.
Well, we have another person who probably want to say something to all this because everybody's talking about dethroning Phil. Everybody's moving up in ranks. What about Rolly Winkler? We got Rolly in the house who just coming off a strong win at the Arnold in Australia, beating William Bonac, who placed 3rd at the Olympia last year. Rolly, what do you have to say to all this? Everybody's just throwing in Phil. What are you going to do come tomorrow night?
Yeah, what I have to say is, you know, you go and show you don't play as good, but everybody think the show is done. After 2 weeks, everybody's sleeping. They think to be 3rd and 4th, and they're done. But in my mind, it's not finished, and that's why I'm there, and I want to keep it tomorrow from beginning already good and not after 2 weeks.
Okay, I didn't really hear it because it's going.
Hang on a second, D. Dexter, what did he say?
Oh, he needs more time to peak. That means he ain't ready.
Oh, okay, no. He said this time he's peaking today, not in 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Oh, he peaking today?
Yeah,
well, he's gonna be off then tomorrow.
The biggest tomorrow, and yeah.
Appreciate Dexter translating for these guys today. All right, listen, I got to get to my man over here. All right? You'll never, there's no name more synonymous with the Olympia than Oliva. And we've got Sergio Jr. here today. Now, Sergio, you own a very distinct record. You are actually the youngest person to ever appear on an Olympia stage. Is that correct, sir?
I think that's the record, so I might as well just retire right now. I got a standing ovation the first time I was at the Olympia. Anyone else get that?
That's right. That's right. This is, for those who don't know your bodybuilding history, of course, we're talking about 1984, right?
1984,
And you were approximately, 3 weeks old, I think?
Yeah, I think that was the speech my dad gave, right?
So, Sergio Sr., of course, Sergio's dad, on the Olympia stage in 1984 when he made his comeback and raised the then infant Sergio to the bodybuilding gods in the sky and says, "Behold the next myth." And guess what, Sergio? You made it back, buddy. You did your father proud.
Thanks. Yeah, no pressure, right? Yeah, I don't know how to live up to the Lion King, the bodybuilding version of Lion King, but I mean, it is what it is, and I keep saying this. I'm over here emotional wreck. This is a big deal for me. This is different for me than it's been for any bodybuilder ever. I feel like I'm two people. I feel like I'm the athlete that did achieve this qualification and get here, but then I'm also the biggest fan of this sport. There's nobody up here that's a bigger fan in this sport than me. And I want to thank everybody that's here, mostly at the press conference in particular, because you guys pay money to see the greatest bodies in the world. That's a given that you get. That's the gift you get. But to come here and want to hear what they have to say, and that's another level. That's another level of being a fan. And I've been in these stands for many years. I've dragged every one of my friends to come with me and sit here. I mean, I've seen every level. I mean, I've seen, ninjas jumping people, and go far back as you want. And I know bodybuilding fans miss those old days, of going at it. And unfortunately, now it's bodybuilders for social media.
You're taking more time up here, bro, than you're going to be on stage. So let's just wrap it over.
Yo, get Rosetta Stone before you start talking to me, man. Nobody understands you. I swear to God. Why are you talking shit to me?
How did you even get here, bro?
I'm the least person you got to worry about, Nathan. Man, are you just mad that nobody's talking about you for like the 5 seconds they went to somebody else?
Don't worry about me.
Hey, everybody, I don't know if you noticed, but Nathan Dasha's here. So, hey, but you know what, Nathan, he's doing it on purpose because he knows I love it. I love when a bodybuilder is real. Even if it's nonsense coming out of his mouth, it's still appreciative, because in this sport, there's a lot of people that say what he just said, but they don't say it to someone's face, and they say it behind social media. And that's what I was getting to before I was really interrupted, is that in today's day, unfortunately, these press conferences aren't, Phil, name 2 reasons why 2014, 2015, 2016. You had these great comebacks and going at it, but unfortunately it's social media versus these bodybuilders these days, and it's actually brought us together, because now we're one. It's the people that sit at their computers and they don't do what we do that attack us, and that's why every year we look at each other and we all respect each other, because me and Jeremy can get into it. We're both competitors. I think it was like Paco Batista at one of the press conferences said, we all speak an international language, and that's our bodies. So no matter what, it always comes down to that, is that we're all competitors and we all do the same thing. But I think there's a big problem with the social media part in this sport, and I think it's a great tool. I think it's really something that even past champions probably could appreciate it. I can't even imagine my dad on social media, though. He definitely would have lost it. But Yeah, this is bigger. This is bigger than me being here. No matter what, everyone who attacks this sport and says it's unhealthy, I'm a living contradiction of that. No one can tell me that this sport's unhealthy or bad because look at me, I'm here. Because of bodybuilding, my parents met and they had me. So literally, I'm breathing and walking around because of the IFBB, and I think that's why people hate me on social media because I will go at it all day with anyone who attacks me or any of my fellow competitors. If you don't do what we do, then you have no reason to be bad-mouthing people the way you do. But really, right now, I'm just enjoying this. I think this is really cool. I think this is cool for the older fans. I've been getting a lot of messages from older fans that have not been to Olympia in 20, 30 years, and they're like, man, I want to go, so I can say I saw 2 generations. You know, my mom's going to be the first person to have a son and a husband do a Mr. Olympia. And, you know, shit like that's it's really cool. I'm really glad to be here.
Well, thank you, Sergio Jr. I'm standing right behind the man. Nobody mentioned his name here today, but